want any more women to be blindsided by the hidden truths about men out there. So we have taken it upon ourselves to tell you guys the crazy secrets that we have learned.
And it's insane, mind-blowing.
I don't think you're ready for this, but let's get into it.
A lot of you guys have no clue is that men harvest your energy. So he sucks your energy with a straw. And that's why you don't know why you're slowly decaying inside when you're with him. It's because he's eating you alive. Like, think about like Hocus Pocus when the witches want to eat the children, like slurp their energy. That's how men are with us, which is why just if we're walking down the street, they want us to smile. Just a flash of our teeth from a feminine mouth is enough to give them a little boost. We're like the battery and they're the charger, taking energy from us.
So basically what we mean by men harvest your feminine energy is that they use women. They use you for your resources, and a lot of women feel like they don't have resources. What do you mean I'm being used? Like, I'm enjoying him. So because I'm tired of you guys constantly replying with that, I've written down at least 5 things that women have in feminine energy and how men use that to give themselves life. Okay, so the number 1 thing is emotional support and balance. And you guys are probably going to argue that's what I'm supposed to give in a relationship. But the problem is you guys will be giving all 5 of the things I'm going to name and getting nothing in return. And if you are one of those people, you are being harvested.
Yeah, because that's why a man is aware of the things he benefits from. If he's not treating you well, he knows what he's doing. I'm telling you.
So emotional support and balance. Feminine energy provides emotional grounding and a safe space for men to process their emotions and feel understood. So women's nurture help men feel emotionally connected, and when they struggle to express vulnerability in their lives, women help them through that. If you watch TV shows, you're always seeing a woman give a man advice about the deep stuff. They don't go and talk to their friends about that. That's why their friends don't know anything about them when you ask.
Yeah,
they don't
crazy.
Get deep.
Like, us girls, we'll always talk about it. Like, you'll ask a guy friend, you'll be like, oh, like, what's going on with your friend?
They'll be like, oh, my friend's moving. You'll be like, why? You'll be like, I don't know.
They'll literally hang out with them for hours. You'll ask them, oh, what were they up to? He's like, I don't know.
They'll tell you something like, oh, he's breaking up with his wife. You'll be like, what happened? They'll be like, I don't know.
I don't know. Because they don't talk about the deep things. They are very surface level.
Men aren't good friends to each other. Because they mostly talk and comment, but they don't prod and poke. And
my husband will be like, oh, they're moving to New Mexico. I'm like, why are they moving? I don't know. I'm like,
I didn't like
a huge life change. Like, did you ask any follow-up?
Pisses me off. Like, literally, I was talking to somebody who was talking about like his friend's marriage just fell apart, and I was like, oh man, why was it like was it another woman? He was like, oh, I didn't ask all that, but he was really sad, and I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't ask anything. His marriage fell apart, and you didn't ask any questions. That's crazy, and I can't imagine that. Like, I would be at my friend's house, like, you know,
I know,
like that shoulder crying, like all those things.
I would have all the detail.
Men are so fake.
And
honestly.
But do you know how unhealthy it is to not be vulnerable? So where do you think they're going to go find that source
they're going to
express
their energy on you and suck you with a straw? All the love, compassion, caring. You need to understand, us women, we are the flowers of the earth. We create comfort, love, and softness. That's what we're designed to do. So that's why they know they can come to us. We're the resource for that. We're built-in therapists.
Literally.
Much.
And that's why the second thing that feminine energy brings to the table is inspiration and motivation. We literally make men want to work harder and do better. Like we said in our video about men who drain you, there's men that are in your family, your own brother, who will want you in his room to watch him play video games because your feminine energy motivates him to win. Men want to be excelling in their job because it'll make you happier.
Yeah, I even had a guy friend who literally would harvest my energy all the time. All the time.
So disturbing.
And I didn't know it. But I felt like I was always tired after interacting with him. Like, yes, we had our good times, but like it also felt like depletion. Because yeah, you may love your man, but notice how you're more tired after you spend time with him. Because he was taking your energy. It's natural, like it's something that can't be stopped. It's nature. When you interact with the man, that's what's going down. So you need to make sure that your standards in the situation are being met.
Yeah, because if you're constantly pouring yourself into someone else, don't you think that will leave you empty?
So he needs to be, you know, a good quality person.
Overflowing your cup.
Yeah, he needs to keep pouring because he keeps drinking from it anyway. So you better keep pouring.
Yeah, your cup better be overflowing. If it's not, if you feel like, oh, I do all of this, I give all myself to him, and I don't get, you're being harvested, babe. You're not. I give. You're barely alive.
That's a choice, and like that's when you need to have that standard and boundary, and like you're not getting enough, you leave.
Now, the third thing a woman provides is healing and rejuvenation, and like people don't really talk about this much. So feminine energy is often viewed as restorative and healing. When a man connects with a woman's nurturing presence, it literally helps him recharge mentally, emotionally, especially if he's navigated a high stress environment or situation. That's why they say women are their peace. That's not like a funny saying.
Yeah, you'll notice a lot of men say that. She's my peace, she's my peace. Because it's what we do. And think about it. It's a feminine urge to want to nurture a man, like to make him feel better, because we know that they're, you know, these strong masculine beings, and it just feels good to outpour some of your femininity on them to make them feel better.
And I want women to be aware of these things, because you guys always say, what is my feminine energy? What do I bring to the table? And we're trying to just remind you that these things are built in. We've only named 3 things, and these are very big things. Healing and rejuvenation. Think about when you are going through a breakup. You go to your girls, they put life back into you.
Yeah, they're telling you, no, girl, you're better than that. Like, fuck that guy, da-da-da. Like, that's them pouring you their feminine energy to be revived. That's why we need to be around women all the time, to have that rejuvenation. Think about how you feel after you hang out with your girlfriends versus a guy. You're more likely tired after you hang out with the guy, and with your friends you feel alive, you feel rejuvenated. I know I always felt alive hanging out with girls that I liked a lot.
Exactly. So another thing feminine energy provides is physical and sexual connection. Through intimacy, men feel a deeper sense of connection and fulfillment. Sexual energy is tied to feminine essence, and guys, it can reinvigorate a man's sense of vitality and creativity. Just that alone, sex. You do that. You bring creativity into their life beyond just the orgasm.
From your energy. You guys think an orgasm, what do you think that is? That's a burst of energy. You're giving him that after he has sex with you. So that is why it is very important to think about who you're sleeping with, because yes, they are getting something from you, and you can get attached.
Exactly. You're only getting attached, and they're getting
just taking
all of this.
It's like you're not winning, because we naturally get attached, and they're just taking your treasure and like running off with it.
Which is why we constantly reiterate, please make sure your cup is being overflowed, because there's so much at risk. I don't know why.
There's so much risk. I don't know why you guys live on the edge. Like when we say Remy Rebels, this is not what we mean.
This is not what we mean, but Remy Rebel is the girl that's gonna do the opposite
against
of what
like society. Yeah,
doing.
they've programmed us to be basically taken for granted and almost like graped, like R-worded in a spiritual sense. The system has set it up in that way, where women are being taken advantage of, and just like our energy's taken from us, and we don't even notice it.
Because they set it up to the point that women give it away like a free gift everywhere, and you think it's voluntary and that is empowering, and they have set up the system to make you think you aren't losing anything, and we're here to set the record straight, honey.
Yeah.
You're losing a lot and giving a whole lot, so you better ask for a whole lot before you give any of this stuff up.
Do not center men in your life, and that's a great start. When men aren't the center of your life, it's easier to pick the right one.
And the most important thing that feminine energy provides is intuitive guidance. I feel like a lot of you, number one, if you're not connected to your intuition, that just means you have blocked femininity. So you may feel like, that doesn't apply to me, but it's in you. You just have to unlock it.
There are certain traits that you may possess that actually exhibits wounded feminine energy.
And men look to women for guidance in things that are outside of problem solving.
Yeah, because they don't have intuition. Men actually don't have it. Women do.
They don't know. All of this, they're getting it from you. So when you wonder why a guy hates you and he's not sexually attracted to you, but he sticks around, think about if you're doing all of these things. And then on top of it, housing him, paying half his rent, so then it's easier. Or let's say you're cooking, cleaning, and you help him with his schedule. Just think about everything that you bring to the table, and I've answered your question as to why he hates you and is still there.
Because you have resources he can have.
Another harsh truth that people do not talk about enough is that men's sperm affect your pregnancy, you guys.
This is the next news that we learned in 2025.
Yeah, we actually learned this.
Or like near the end of 2024.
Yeah, I think we learned this in December and it blew me.
This blew my mind and I was just like, thank you God, thank you Jesus, thank you so much before I got pregnant that I knew this information. And I just knew like, damn, like you did that because I already have the standard of a man becoming correct physically.
Healthy.
And so if your man is out here eating like garbage,
drinking
all the time, smoking cigarettes, doesn't work out, and you're like, it's okay, it doesn't matter, he's good to me, you know, I find y'all disgusting. First of all, pregnancy aside, Ben thought that was disgusting, but they just confirmed how disgusting y'all are.
It affects your pregnancy, guys. So, you know, preeclampsia, getting bad cramps.
Yeah, morning sickness.
Everything.
All of those are linked to a man's terrible lifestyle.
So if he has a healthy sperm, if he really loves you and you are in a relationship where you are trying to have a baby, or you're married and you're trying to have a baby, if he really loves you, I think this is also a really great test to see if you should be even having his child and putting your body at risk. You need to tell him that he needs to make himself in the best shape of his life. He needs to get his health together because you need to have healthy sperm in order to not be sick and suffer during your pregnancy.
Yeah, and like our lives are at risk more than men's. Like we can literally die in childbirth.
So if you are with a man and you tell him that and he doesn't put any effort, you should actually not have his kid. I think that should show you. You're
probably not his dream girl.
You're not his dream girl. He's thinking, why the hell does this girl want me to get fit and do the most just so I can give her healthy sperm? Like, bitch, I already married you and I don't like you. Like, just have a kid and shut up.
Guys, the hard truth, men are this sick, so you need to be woke. Like, we are trying to wake up women to stay woke because the men that are living, they're the fakest. We say bitches are fake. No, men are the fakest.
They're so fake.
They're so fake. They're the fake bitches of the world, 100%. Because they will stand in sheep's clothing. They're wolves in sheep's clothing pretending to be someone they're not, and they'll do it with ease just to get resources from you and just to conserve energy because they're lazy mother effers. So you need to stay woke.
It is actually disturbing. So we want you guys to take this into consideration because another harsh truth that we have learned, and it's very, very scary, it's that men like to see you suffer. So this is a really good sign to test that. If you notice he's not taking his health seriously, even though you told him that you could like get sick and it could affect you, it's because seeing you suffer sounds hilarious to him.
Like, and it's like, oh, that's like, ooh, that's exciting. Like, my sister was telling me how she saw a TikTok of this guy eating dinner while his wife is struggling with all their kids.
Like 3 kids, like they're all going crazy.
They're at a restaurant?
Yeah.
At a restaurant, and you're eating your dinner like she's not struggling. That's a prime example, and he's making a funny TikTok.
What is funny? You're saying my wife's struggling with the kids while I have a peaceful dinner. That's me liking to see you struggle, and that's what the video was about. And I'm always seeing these situations where we're like, why would he just let her be like that? Like, if you guys are walking, and I know you guys are like, yeah, don't walk on the side of the street, but you need to pay attention. If he lets you walk ahead of him, or if he walks ahead of you and doesn't care,
and he's not walking on the side where the road is.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the obvious one, but people never talk about like walking ahead of someone.
Yeah, like you're not like with him, just like not caring.
It means something happens to you, like that's above him. Like, all we're saying is men like to see women suffer, especially women that they feel like they were forced to settle with because they're insane because no one forced you to do anything.
They're sick like that. And like, for example, if you're like, oh, I'm really struggling at home, like I think I need a nanny. They're like, no, like, why do we need a nanny for? I don't want no nanny. A lot of times, it's not about not wanting a nanny. They just want you to deal with it and suffer on your own.
Think about any moment where you've needed help or needed a resource and it wouldn't hurt him to help you, or even if you were going to help yourself. If he was finding reasons to shut you down, even though it wouldn't affect him, it's because seeing you suffer is what he likes, and he doesn't like that you have solutions to stop said suffering. So, with that being said, we need you guys to be more cautious about the men that you let into your lives.
That's all we're saying. These men are legit predators. Spiritually, they can be predators physically. There's different ways they can be predators. And sometimes you won't even know it if you're not paying attention, so you need to stay woke.
So these are the hard truths that we have learned about men. Let us know if you guys want us to do any more videos like this, because we are always here to inform the girlies.
Yeah, our job is to serve and protect the girlies.
Yeah, so become a Remy rebel and stop being with low down dusty boys and start requiring more. Go against the grain. Tell everyone to go F themselves, and you are gonna be having high standards. Yep, you are now that bitch.
Period. And it's gonna pay off, and that perfect man will come for you because you did the work.
And if you are a Remy rebel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe
to the Remy Diaries, aka Remy TV, your favorite YouTube streaming network, where you'll never want to change the channel. Bye.